Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode, man. Blue Collar Collective. Fire. Fun. It's so cool when you get to do like your passion project, you know? I've done a lot of things in my life, and I've built businesses in different avenues. I've been kind of like a serial entrepreneur my whole life. Obviously, I finally found like my niche. But like being able to think of this idea and something that has been really like near and dear to my heart, right? Blue collar workers, doesn't matter. Yes, I come from like more of a construction, like plumbing, boiler background, but it doesn't matter. If you're blue collar, it's for you. Because I just talk about I'm just trying to bring you the best that I can, man. I want to be the best I can be for you. And I just try to bring you knowledge that I've experienced. You know, I don't come to you with facts and figures and if you're looking for that type of channel, this one's not for you. I'm just a dude who takes time out of his day, who's running a real company, who has a real family, got a wife, 2 kids, a couple dogs, mortgage, just like the rest of you. Nothing crazy, you know what I mean? But I do feel this is my calling to come on here and discuss these things with you and give you. I feel like the internet is so filled with BS and coaching programs. Yes, I have a program. It's not super expensive. I would love for people to sign up if you want to learn more. The reason for it at the end of the day is not really a money thing. It's just I don't have a lot of time to come on here every single day and shoot free content, give you all the steps. So we put together a very thorough program that is a step-by-step with little homeworks involved, tons and tons and tons of it. It's more than enough for the value which you pay. It's about $100 a month. Can't ask for a better price point. So that's where I'm at with that. And like I said, the only real reason I'm doing it is not to make $1 million off you guys. Is that I just want to give. That's something that if you're looking for more information or you're really looking to build a successful company and you want some of the ins and outs and things that I did to build my company from zero to where it is now, you can get in there. I can set you up real easily. No big deal. Drop a comment below if you're interested. Shoot me a thumbs up, whatever, and I'll get you guys set up. On today's episode, I really wanted to discuss with you kind of your customers, right? And kind of like my experiences and some of the things I'm dealing with now, and letting you guys understand what is or isn't possible when it comes to your customer base. What do I mean by that, right? So, when you first start a company, it's pretty obvious, right? Like you can't make money without clients. I mean, you could drive around, you could have the nicest vehicle, you could have all the tools, but without a client, you make no money. I mean, this is pure math. I'm not a mathematician by any stretch of the imagination, but pretty obvious how the money line works. You got to work to make money. If you're not working, you don't have clients, you don't driving around, you're spending your money, but you're not making any. So that's obvious. So we got to start at square one. Point A is, okay, now I have to figure out how I'm going to get some clients. And then when you get those clients, how do you acquire the clients? Once you acquire the client, how are you going to approach taking care of that client, right? In the beginning, you go way above and beyond because obviously this is your first client, you're trying to get some momentum going, and then as you've built that relationship, maybe that client puts you in contact with another client, and word of mouth, and I don't know, kill me if you want, say what you will. I know there's so many guys out there that are probably in your DMs right now talking to you about how they can, ad spend, and they're going to get you this amount of clients through this funnel, this thing, that thing, and you spend thousands of dollars and end up. I know this. And you know how I know this? Because I did it. And I got duped so many times. I had worked with marketers that were running these big companies, and I paid exorbitant amounts of money, and guess what I got from it? So with that being said, I'm not marketers. I'm not people that do this for a living. But a lot of these people are full of the real truth to me, and I'm probably going to get a lot of hate and a lot of for this. Word of mouth is everything. I built my entire company off word of mouth. I built my entire well, not just word of mouth. Social media has really helped. Daily videos, daily postings, communicating with different clients, different people, different technicians, different associations out there in the world on all platforms. And social media is such a powerful tool. So many people don't take advantage of it. But with that being said, word of mouth has been my number one tool. It's doing right by this customer, helping them with major problems they've been having that 3-4 other companies couldn't figure out, right? and being the person that goes in there, takes the time, figures out the problem, and now I got another client. Then when that client's happy, they tell another client, they tell another client, they tell another client. Before you turn around, you have 20 new clients with multiple properties, and you're so busy that you can't even say yes to anything anymore, right? But now, what happens? That first client you got that you were handling with kid gloves turns out to be not so great of a client after all, right? And as a business owner, what do? We hold on, we try to figure it out, you try to maneuver, you try to, you're like, oh, well, and then there's the human element, which is, oh, this customer was with me from the beginning, they were the first ones to give me a shot, blah, 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 blah. And I get all that, man. I get all that. It's just like how I hang on to my baseball mitt from when I was a kid. Like, am I going to fit in that thing anymore? No. But you have this connection to it, you can't let it go. My wife will tell you, I'm not a hoarder by any stretch, but I'm very sentimental with things. And I feel like a customer is the same thing. Like, you hold on to it, hold on to it, even though you know it's not a good client, even though you know that this client's going to give you a hard time, even though you know this client is giving you anxiety or they're not paying their bills on time and it's becoming a stress. Yes, I know if you're watching this and you're shaking your head, yes, you know exactly what the I'm talking about, and I'm here to tell you that it is okay to fire a client. Yes, sometimes they fire you. It happens. I've had clients that just moved on. Now, I don't love this part, and I'm gonna be honest. Things should be done with integrity. If you have that strong a feeling for that initial client, I respect that, and I respect it. But with that respect comes then you having the willingness to go to that client, have a true conversation, tell them where you're at, and really express yourself. And it's okay to walk away. You can say, when we first started, everything was grand, like we were fit for each other, I've evolved, right? It doesn't make me better as a company towards you, but you've started to fall off on how I want to operate now that I'm kind of rounding my the well-oiled machine that you're looking to build. Because at the end of the day, that's what building a business is. I don't want to keep doing the same thing every day. Eventually, evolution is important. Growing your company into something that's sustainable, that's going to last you through the years. Maybe even something that if you have a kid, you pass down, right? So I think all those things are super important. I know that's a difficult thing to do, and I know that sometimes you say, man, it doesn't sound like a great idea. But at the same time, sometimes these clients are going to stunt your growth. They're not going to make your growth easier. They're not going to make your life easier. And then if they owe you money and they're making it stressful, why would you be in business to be stressed out? Now, you could always maybe help them find another company. Like, I don't care how you want to handle it. You can definitely do it with integrity. That's the way I would suggest it. That's the way I've always done it. But then again, not everybody's loyal on the other side. They take their business elsewhere, don't say anything to you, just never hear back from that client again. So you can take it either way. But with that being said, I think this is a super important topic. You cannot be afraid to move on from something that's toxic. It's the same thing in your personal life, right? Because everything that happens in your personal life affects your professional life. If you have a relationship at home, every day you go home to this relationship, every day you're having a struggle, it's going to be really hard for you to either grow inside of the company you're at or build your business, right? You have to have support everywhere you go. And if your client, even though they were the first ones, are not supportive of what you're trying to do, or they're holding you back in any way, what are we doing? What are we talking about? You got to get them the out of there. There's no options. This is not a conversation. This is what has to happen. And I've had to do it, and it's not easy, right? I deal with it right now. There are clients that owe me money. It's like then eventually you start to realize that client's becoming a little bit more of a stress than it is about, making your life easier. And I got to let them go because I got to protect my energy and what I'm trying to build. So same thing for you. If you're looking to protect yourself, your energy, your business, it's good to look at your business all the time, top to bottom. You should know your numbers. You got to know your clients. You got to know your accounts receivables, where you're at, who owes what, how often are you getting paid, how often are you not getting paid, and go about your business accordingly. It's super important. It's super valuable when you do this. You should always be somewhat methodical about how you're going about your business, how you're going about each and every client, how you're taking care of each client, which client's your best client, which client's kind of at the bottom, right? But that can all be done by looking at your numbers, understanding the relationship. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the whole tale, even though it's a big thing. How's your relationship with that client? If your relationship is moving in a positive direction and you can build on it, fine, that's a good customer. But if you have a relationship that's kind of hitting a dead end and you feel like you're talking to yourself, well, clearly you have to move on from that situation. So anyway, I hope you guys got something from this, man. It didn't have to be long-winded. It's just important to understand that it's okay for you to fire clients. Not every client is for you. Not every client's for you. Some clients are not for you. And as you evolve and your business grows, every time you come across a new client, saying no is important. And putting your foot down and saying, you know what, maybe this isn't for me. Because you do get to a point where you have so much, and it's not about abundance. It's not to say that, oh, I'm successful now, so you. No, but that success and that time you spent building and growing and becoming better has afforded you the ability to say somebody, you know what, I don't think you and I work good together. I got to walk away from this. I'm dealing with it right now. I'll be honest. I'm dealing with it right now. I have a newer client that's brought me a few buildings, but it's nothing but a headache, and it's like, they call me about nonsense, so at some point I put my foot down and say, listen, you guys want to do business with me? This is how I do it. This is how I do things. This is how it has to be, and that's how I'm doing it. If it doesn't work for you, then we need to part ways, and I'm cool with it. No skin off your If you need help in any way, I'll always help you. You don't have to burn bridges. That's kind of the big point of this. So, again, I hope you guys got something from this. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, like always, drop them down below. It's always me answering. I would love to get some banter back and forth with you about this topic. And if you have any ideas for some other topics that you'd like to hear me talk about, by all means, drop it down below. I'd love to get some ideas from you. It's greatly appreciated. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and once again, if you're interested in more of like a one-on-one or group style, or seeing what my coaching has to offer, again, it's about $100 a month right now. We're running a special. Drop a thumbs up down below. I'll get you set up as well. Again, it's not me selling. You sign up, don't sign up, doesn't hurt me, and I'm going to continue to shoot these videos. So I really appreciate you guys. I hope you keep killing it. Hope you keep crushing your business. Make sure you spend time with family. Always love. Have a great day. Peace.